I'm sure I've forgotten something. Not to worry, I'll simply send someone to fetch it. As soon as I remember what it was. Scribe? Please, wait. Are you
That's me. Is something the matter?
No. I was just surprised to see you here. I had heard that... And, also... Please don't bring outside guests into the academia.
Outside guests? How did you arrive at such a conclusion? Your groundless inference shames the Haravatat Darshan.
What did you say? I'm the top student in Haravatat, and I earned 3rd place at the last Inter-Darshan debate.
That wasn't my intention. As your Haravatat senior, I just assumed that you possessed a greater aptitude for critical thinking. Look, based on what you already know, the purpose of my return and...
Is that so? The sages search for you. So, from the start, the sages weren't looking for you, but...
Hey, shh. Yes, you've proven yourself as the top student in Haravatat.
As I expected. Please, forgive me. I wasn't thinking clearly.
It's nothing. We'll be on our way then.
All right. Thank you for your contributions to the
What the heck just happened now?
I'm afraid I don't know.
You have no idea?
Mm-hmm. He convinced himself of... That is the so-called pride of a scholar. If someone questions their academic facility, they will... Nowadays, the academia is rampant with this type of scholar. Their obvious farces of intellect only...
Wow. So there are special ways to deal with smart people.
We shouldn't waste any more time. It would be problematic if we...
Is this the academia's library?
Indeed. Known as the House of Dana, it is quite possibly the most
There are a lot of students going through here. Is it?
The Academia marches to a fast beat, especially since it's Nagarbaha Day. Just act natural.
What's this platform?
It's a lift that Academia personnel use to access
Are we gonna take it then? The Grand Sage?
No, not right now. We can't guarantee that we won't run into the great...
You think the Grand Sage will act, and after he does, we'd sneak past him?
Who knows? However, if we can confirm Azar's current...
Allow me to offer you a hint. If you wish to know his location, look behind you.
You're...
Do not tell me you believed the Academia would not grow suspicious of you after... An eyewitness had informed me of your whereabouts, so I came.
Great Sage, I didn't expect you to care so much about me.
I'm sure, but compared to you, I am far more interested in... It's a pity that only now have I been afforded the opportunity to formally meet two of Sumeru's most esteemed guests. Excellent. You immediately initiated discussion instead of attempting to prepare some perfunctory excuse. The foot traffic here renders this place unsuitable for discussion. Please.
This place is crawling with guards. There's no way...
All right then, traveler. What did you... Today is Nagarbaha Day, so I still have many responsibilities to attend to. There is little time for idle chit-chat before I detain you all. You seem to know quite a bit. If that is so, then you should be praising our great work, rather than using your trivial misgivings in a futile...
Trivial?
Then tell me, what do the Fatui want from me? Those are all completely worthless. Benefits, divine power, creating a god. Yes, if humanity cannot attain omniscience and omnipotence, then we shall create a god to reveal them. We shall regain a god's guidance at long last. No longer will even Irminsul will be freed from its plight. For our nation of scholars, this is the ultimate aspiration. No cost is too great to realize it. You will never understand the rapture of having a god be born within your very hands. With your degree of knowledge, you cannot even... Gods exist on a plane that far eclipses humanity's. Care for the people, fend off sandstorms, fabricate silly fairy tales. We are a people favored by Greater Lord Rukadevata. Though I may have personally not seen it, our forefathers bore witness to true wisdom. The ascension of the Lesser Lord has brought nothing but bewilderment to the scholars. They all ask, is that truly what? With that in mind, it is better to keep her isolated in the sanctuary of Suristhana.
What a pathetic justification! Do you really think that only the super smart or powerful should be able to call themselves gods?
As per your judgment, Grand Sage, they are indeed dangerous individuals. Not only are they acting against the Academia, but their ideologies have the potential to lead scholars astray. Looks like there really was merit in my assignment.
Hatham? Are you talking about us?
Anyway, I've brought them to the Academia as ordered, but it took some... Oh, that reminds me. Here's the investigation report. It's a summary of my time spent with the Traveler. An array of information about him.
Hatham? So you're still on the Academia? We finally started to trust you!
Excellent. Detailed contents with no errors. As it is Nagarbaha Day, I'll enter the information on you into the Akasha.
We'll be monitored, just like Sino.
With the Akasha's calculation prowess, all of your actions will be predicted with an accuracy of at least 98%. To put it into words you can understand, wherever you go, you will be walking under an invisible leash. This is Sumeru's greatest penalty for dishonest persons. Are you not familiar with the concept that great responsibility begets an equally great suspicion? In any case, you are Sumeru's most concerning external variable. Locking you down will greatly decrease the chance of any...
You're despicable!
Despicable? Perhaps from your perspective, but I suppose your ploy was to sacrifice the traveler here.
Lord Azar, I know what you're trying to say, but I've been following your plan this entire time. Why?
Must I delineate your entire plan? Very well. I will spell things out. First off, I received an eyewitness report that you were spotted with the traveler at Caravan Ribat. However, judging by the time, you all likely encountered the truant general...
Maybe Paimon shouldn't have...
The Academia had not received correspondence from its scribe for a prolonged time. You were also in the company of the traveler, a close associate. With their instigation, what was the probability that you would betray the Academia?
Regardless, that's only a guess. The facts are that I've brought the
Indeed, your boldness deserves praise. To think that despite status as an outlander, the traveler is still... If I'm correct, you have a contingency plan to save Lesser Lord Kusanal. Sneak into the Academia on Nia Garbaha Day, using Alhaitham's status as the scribe. For there is a good chance that an opportunity to save the Lesser Lord will... Should your intentions be discovered, Alhaitham will turn traitor and sacrifice the traveler, thus proving his innocence. He can then stay inside. As for Sino, according to the Akasha's calculations, he will soon return to the Academia and confront...
You'll see me as a traitor regardless of what I say. Even if you impugn me, it would have little effect on you all.
You misunderstand. Losing our scribe would irreparably damage the Academia's regular operations and the development of Sumeru. However, under the current circumstances, even that is trivial compared...
You said that I betrayed the Academia, but you, Azar, you've betrayed all of Sumeru.
So flight has turned to fight at...
Azar...
Well, what do we have here? So you stole that divine knowledge capsule?
Traitor! You traitor!
Even the most rational scholar will yearn for the power of a god in a moment of desperation. Aren't you doing the exact same thing as me, Alhaitham? Unfortunately for you, no god will lend you their power.
Azar!
He has gone completely insane. Take him to the Matra and exile him to Aru village. Then find someone to take these two to the confinement room. I'll deal with them later.
Grand Sage, we've finished all required preparations for Nyagarbha Day. We may begin to enter the capsules now.
Excellent. You may begin.
Paimon got a bit carried away there. How was Paimon's acting just now? Great, huh? Everything's going according to plan so far. We made it into confinement, and Alhaitham's probably done with his part too. We even managed to trick Grand Sage Azar. Alhaitham, what are we doing next? Paimon has trouble remembering things when she's worked up. Right.
Apart from that, we still have yet another goal in the first stage of our operation.
What? Why do we want to get him locked up on—
He's always been the person the sages are most afraid of, as well as the greatest obstacle. Once the traveler is imprisoned, the sages will likely think that everything is under control. And with their guard down, the next phase of our plan will have—
I can already see the pompous looks on their faces.
Oh, that's a super tricky plan. But Paimon still thinks it's not really
That isn't the only reason, of course. He has a more important— According to the Academia scholars in Ramon's custody, Lesser Lord Kusanali has sealed off— That way, they can't pry any more information from her. Even if we break into the sanctuary of Surasthana, it will take time to awaken Lesser Lord Kusanali's consciousness.
So our job is to wake up Nahida! Okay.
The confinement room is inside the Academia, close to the sanctuary of Surasthana. It's a completely— I'll work with Ramon's scholars to make some modifications to your Akasha terminal. Once you're in, get as close as you can to Lesser Lord— However, as for whether she'll actually wake up—
No wonder you've been wearing your Akasha terminal today. It's the one that Paimon thought they'd take our Akasha terminals when they locked us up in here. Were they being careless? Alright, so what now? Sounds easy enough. We can finally talk with Nahida. There's a light flashing on your Akasha terminal. It's almost like— the faster it blinks, the better the signal. Here? No signal again. Is it getting jammed? Is this the right spot? Are you getting anything?
Nahida! Hey, Nahida!
When did it first start? Oh, right. I want to become a worthy Archon. So I've kept studying, kept listening to my people and their heart. kept looking for a way to save Ermin so I can catch up. Catch up to Greater Lord Rukut. But I'm stuck in the sanctuary. The sages are creating a god, and I'm forced to lock my consciousness in this.
Nahida! Nahida!
It's so quiet here. Now that I think of it, I don't think should our concept. Have I been doing the right thing? Am I? How do I? It's so quiet here.
Since you're the god of wisdom, you've known the answers to all these questions since the very beginning.
Who are you? Whose voice is that? You're right, though. I won't.
Nahida! Nahida?
Did you wake me up?
We're here to rescue you. Are you alright?
I'm fine. When I think of everything that's happened to me,
You should have been angry ages ago.
Huh? Oh, you're back! How's everything? That's wonderful news! Great! We weren't locked. When you went to wake up Nahida, Paimon was... You were out for a long time. There are fewer and fewer scholars going about now. You think everyone's done with their Nyagarbaha Day stuff? Yep! So that means our...
Nilu, are you sure about this? You're taking...
I'm sure, and I'm going. You know that I don't like to pass up...
All right. But if anything happens...
Don't worry. They've been through worse. Everything...
All right. You know, if you really do get arrested, we'll do everything we can.
Thanks, Mr. Zubair. You're so very kind.
Nilu, how's it going?
Definitely more than usual. But it's because I'm...
It's okay. Just focus on your performance.
You sure know how to talk. Taking all the credit, even though we came here together.
Well, thank you both. I'll have to treat you to a meal after all this.
Ooh, that sounds great. Ha!
All right, let's get back to business. Nilu, we'll be here to keep people from going to the academia so they don't
I was planning on telling them something like, the academia's been conducting a weird experiment, and some of—
Oh, you couldn't think of anything better?
I think it sounds great. I'm counting on you guys.
Don't worry, it'll be a piece of—
Hey, Nilu! Sorry, it's great to see you, but I'm really busy right now. Our bait people away. Do you want some candy?
Vihar, thank you so much for doing all of this. And even I'll pass on the candy, though. I cut back on sweets in the period leading up to a performance, and I'm about— Yeah, thanks to you.
You're welcome. The honor's all mine, since I'll have such a great view of the show.
I've never seen a performance like this. This is incredible.
Yeah, but I heard that public performances like these have been banned. I can't believe she's doing this here.
Grand Sage, there's some commotion outside.
How uninteresting. Issue the new Prohibition Act from the Akasha to the guards. They'll know what to do.
Do you think we should, stop her?
Let's just watch for a little bit longer.
Did you hear that? It sounds like a lot of guards just ran by. Does this mean the plan has moved on to the next stage? Yep. It's great that Come to think of it, when did Alhaitham replace the knowledge capsule that was about to be entered into the Akasha? Oh, so that's when he did it! Paimon was too nervous to know it. Speaking of, didn't Alhaitham also yoink the divine knowledge capsule from that It's a time-tested trick of his. Why are we complimenting him? Yeah, he's smart and all, but he still makes Paimon's blood. Let's review our plan for this stage again. It's not like we have anything else to do right now anyway. And Paimon remembers that Nilu's task was supposed to go a bit like this.
Now that Lesser Lord Kusanali's consciousness has been forcefully sealed, the core figures of the academia and their guards, with the doctor's technological support, they think they have—
How despicable of them to rely on such a
But This is also... I was originally asked to draft the knowledge capsule for the Artistic Performances Prohibition Act. It should be on the Grand Sage's desk right now, and will be entered into the Akasha during the next Nyargarbaha Day.
Are they really going to stop all artistic performance?
I'll make an identical knowledge capsule, but this time, I'll smuggle some misleading information into it. We only need to find an opportunity to switch the capsules. Once it's been entered into the Akasha on the sages would definitely use that opportunity to announce the ban. And so...
Sure sounds complicated, but it seems like if everything... That's pretty clever, getting right into their head. I just have one question. Even if we manage to get the misleading info out to the guards, how can we be sure that they'll believe...
People who are used to relying on the Akasha become less inquisitive, and their ability to distinguish truth from misinformation is significantly reduced.
The Akasha will turn humans into machines.
Yikes. Good thing I didn't wear it for long when I was working in Sumeru City. At first, I thought it was a good thing, too. By the way, this plan still requires a
Do you have someone in mind?
Nilu of Zubair Theater. I know her really well. We can trust her. I'm kinda hesitant to ask her to participate in a dangerous plan like this.
All right. After the guards and the academia are gone...
Then it'll be time for me and my stowaway brothers to Here they come. Did you see that, Raman? They came out from the academia in droves.
After laying low in the city for so long, this is the moment we've been waiting.
We couldn't do anything to them inside their coop, but outside the academia...
For a lioness like you, the prey sure won't...
We still need to eliminate the guards as soon as possible. If we give the sages enough time to realize...
all they've done is to sit on their cushy salaries and twiddle their thumbs all day while we fought and struggled every day in the day.
Speaking of which, most of the guards who report directly to the 6 sages belong to the core of 30. But they have a following those blasted sages every whim, throwing away all the principles of being a mercenary. As someone in the same profession, I'm...
Indeed, the trap has been set. Oh.
All right, let's each take a road and herd those scattered guards back into one place. Make sure to...
You gave such an important task to that child.
It'll be fine. Isak was so determined to help, so, besides, even if he's caught, the guards would be too scared to do anything to him. They've never seen Lesser Lord Kusanali in person, after all.
You've got a point. And...
Good luck.
This outfit.
Hey, do you remember what you need to do, Isak? When the guards get here, you'll pretend to be Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Of course I do. I'm just,
Relax. Don't think about getting caught. You only need to think about getting the guards' attention and leading them to...
Okay, got it. I'm here to pay back Lesser Lord Kusanali for helping Grandpa.
Hey, they're here. I can see the Academia guards.
All right, it's time, Isak. Take a deep breath.
Why is there a guard over there? Did he already run ahead of me? This is different from our plan. But there's no time. I need to make a choice.
Let's have a look behind the house.
What should I do next?
Huh. Looks like nothing's here. A wasted time.
Luckily, he didn't check behind the tree. What should I do next? The guard looks alert. What should I do next?
Hey, stop! I saw you. Don't try to run.
The guard looks alert.
Doesn't seem like anything unusual's around here.
Looks like the guard finally left. I need to go.
Hey! Lesser Lord Kusanali is over there! Stop!
What? Lesser Lord Kusanali? How did I not notice that?
They found me. This is bad. Where should I go?
Hey! Lesser Lord Kusanali is over there! Stop!
What? Lesser Lord Kusanali? How did I not notice that?
They found me. This is bad. Where should I go?
The target suspected to be Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped into the Grand Bazaar. Where did she go? How did she disappear? Did we lose her? Hurry up and find her!
Hey, why is your team here? Didn't we say to split up our search?
Hurry! Hurry! This place is... Why are you all here?
Yeah, isn't it one heck of a coincidence? Everybody's here. What on earth is going on? I suppose that's all of you?
Who are you? Did you set us up? What are you...
Phew, that was rough. I almost got caught.
Little brat? So you're not actually Lesser Lord
Just some colleagues. Think of this as a business competition. Or, after stepping into our traps, stop thinking of yourselves as hunters. Behave...
An ambush? How's that possible? This is Sumeru.
You've spent all your time hiding away in the Academia. This place has long since become our hunting ground.
This is odd. The academia has quieted down after the conclusion of the Nyagarbha days. Where are the guards? Why have I not seen a single...
Grand Sage, how may I be of assistance?
I called for the guards. Why did you come?
My apologies. Right now, all Academia guards have entered the city to perform the ordered arrest.
Arrest? Who is there? I have an ominous feeling.
Arrest Lesser Lord Kusanali, right? Is...
Lesser Lord Kusanali? You mean she has disappeared?
Yes. I wouldn't dare make up something like that. Right now, everyone is in a panic, and many are saying that...
What happened? Just what is going on? Lesser Lord Kusanali somehow escaped? That's impossible. The Academia is heavily guarded today, and any order to release Lesser Lord Kusanali would be strictly confidential. What manner of trickery did they employ? How disappear? Wait. How was the arrest order distributed to the guards?
It was issued by the Akasha earlier today. Only you have the authority to send messages like that, so I thought it was your order.
Let me check. Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped from the sanctuary of Surasthana. The Akasha indeed contains this information, and it clearly... How did they bypass my permissions to issue this kind of message? Was it the report about the traveler that... No. I specifically checked that knowledge capsule before entering it into the Akasha. Well, even if I figure it out now, it won't make any difference. Have you been to the sanctuary of Surasthana to
confirm? No. It may be a bit offensive to say this, but... how can the information in the Akasha be inaccurate? What the Akasha decrees, if we have to confirm the information and knowledge from the Akasha ourselves, then how is that any different from us learning that information ourselves? Wouldn't Greater Lord Rukut have...
In the beginning, it was I who asked you to believe in the Akasha, to believe in the legacy left by Greater Lord
No, Grand Sage. I'm merely confused because I believe in you.
Stay here and see if there are any suspicious people around.
Yes, Grand Sage.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped from the sanctuary of Surasthana. Go to the city and arrest the How can that be? Stop thinking about it. Stop. It must be a trick of theirs. As long as I personally confirm it. Ah! Impossible. That's impossible. There must be something wrong with my eyes.
What a comical sight, Azar. Once the Akasha has put certain thoughts into your head, even the Grand Sage can no longer... You all can only see the world in your mind. And precisely because of this, you disregarded Lesser Lord Kusanali. She has been a wise and worthy
Sino. The Akasha predicted that you would return to the Academia to confront me. But
No, you were blinded. Your faults stem from your reliance on the Akasha. You're still the...
I truly did not expect a proud person like you to cooperate.
People change, Azar. Admit it.
Then tell me, what have you...
You want to buy time? This is the sanctuary of Surasthana. Under your own regulations, even Academia... As for the investigation, I've at least confirmed that you are guilty of insurgency against the...
So what? Did you do all of this so I would plead guilty in front of you, General Mahamatra?
No. I want you to plead guilty in front of the Archon herself. You once said that I had no standing to judge you. So now, how about judgment? in the name of a god.
How long do we have to wait? Paimon hasn't heard any sounds outside for a while. Hopefully some... Yeah, but aren't you scared that we might be locked? Thinking about it, at least Paimon has... When Paimon thinks of Nahida being imprisoned alone in the sanctuary of Suristhana...
Here comes your savior.
Dia! Paimon just knew you would come to rescue us!
You two really owe me some big thanks. I had to search through who knows how many guards to find the key here.
Thanks a lot. Need Paimon to rub your shoulders?
No, that's, I'll pass.
What are you afraid of? Oh, are you ticklish?
Now isn't the time to talk about being ticklish. Things in the city and on Sino's side are both going well. The guards that stormed out of the Corps of 30 is in charge of the city's defenses, but we already talked to Asfand. They've been fed. As long as it doesn't break their employment contracts, they'll turn a blind eye.
That's probably because you've been super great friends with them for a long...
The Grand Sage is in his custody. Even I know how terrible it is to fall into Sino's hands. Sino forced him to release Lesser Lord Kusanali. So, hurry to the sanctuary of Suristhana. We should have already rescued our Archon. Honestly, I didn't expect our ragtag bunch to do this well. Alright, you two better go. I still have to clean up some messes in the city. See you around.
Should I say, it's nice to meet you? This is the first time we've met in real life. Before, we've only met in dreams, consciousness, or when I was... Thank you so much for coming to rescue me. During this time, I did some self-reflection. My sense of inferiority and yielding to the academia led to all of this, and created...
Exactly! We're here because you're a good Archon and one of our...
Thanks, you too. Amazing. So this is how it feels to walk. It's like I just had an endlessly long dream. I can't even my concept of self has become so clear. But now doesn't seem to be the time to indulge in this feeling. This is really embarrassing. You all just rescued an Archon, and
It's okay. With you here, Paimon's sure that...
There's one more thing.
What is it?
For all the things the Academia did to me, and for all the folly it committed in the name of wisdom, as their Archon, I will make them pay.
Ah! Wow! That's the spirit! You're finally standing up!
I understand now. To be a better Arch... If you haven't even figured out how to be a caterpillar, how can you be a butterfly? Yes, true. That reminds me. We need to hurry and prevent the birth of that false god. I need to make some preparations. Since I'm now free, I can establish a direct link to the Akasha. First things first. I need to remove the restrictions. After that, I'll make some adjustments and revoke the sage's permissions. The Akasha will then be like how it originally... After all, the Academia betrayed Greater Lord Rukadeva. This might take some time. In the meantime, you should... If we don't stop the god creation plan in time, we'll be in for a tough fight.
You might as well prepare for a fight. When we're done, we can take a walk around. After all, we missed out on a lot of stuff when we were locked up. How's it going, Nahida?
I'm done with the parts that needed my involvement. Although it's my first time working with the Akasha like this, its internal structure and operation proceed... Oh, also, this is for you.
Huh? What's this little floaty thingy?
It's a small device I put together just now. You may not need it right now, but it should be helpful in certain situations. worried, Paimon. It's only a flying device. But you're the traveler.
You're so good at comforting people, Nahida. If only the traveler was as smart as...
I was simply telling you what I feel to be the truth.
Nahida, you're a natural at this. What you just said made...
By the way, even though I'm the Archon and in control of myself again, you may have heard that an Archon's power is derived from their people's faith. If we get into a situation where combat is our only option, I'll have to count on you, and I'm glad I can
So the God of Wisdom isn't good at...
I've located where the false god is. Time...
More companions! Hooray! In the name of the Prinzessin.
What is this place? Is this... Wow. Who would have thought there'd be a...
The sages wanted to realize their god creation plan without being discovered. The safest and most convenient...
That's true. They were already hiding one...
Judging from the structure here, the project is a huge undertaking. The sage... But this place doesn't look like it could have been constructed by the Fatui under the Doctor sure didn't hold back. They provided a lot of technological support.
Yeah, or else they wouldn't have been...
Is that it, though? I've always felt that this doctor is different from the... Instead of being interested in the end product, it's like he's...
The Fatui Harbingers are all such weirdos.
So, this Fatui that they're trying to... We had previously come into contact with his consciousness. One is the desire for a gnosis, since he was created to be... The other obsession is probably related to his past. I can't quite explain it.
Paimon knows that he was a prototype puppet for the Raiden Shogun before he became a Fatui. That's why he wants a gnosis so badly. There's no way he'd willingly be a test subject.
It sounds like you know the Balladeer quite well. I see. The more we know now, the better we can plan for and react. Alright, time to go. Let's get...
Time to work. No gather. Work time. No excuse
reveal.
for slacking.
Music
quickly. Not breaking a sweat. My duty at an end.
It looks like we can climb up these pipes. The pattern on the underground seems all messed up. Let's go around and see if there's a way to fix it. It seems to have stopped. Let's continue.
No more words.
By royal fire hazard!
I guess this is it.
Frozen.
Stabilize.
Odd reveal! Feel the split!
Solidify. Leaving so soon.
Fire hazard!
Can't run from death.
The cart is stuck. Maybe there's something wrong with the tracks. Let's try adjusting the direction of the device to clear the tracks.
Gather.
By royal feel the split!
Yes, this is it.
I will have order.
Run! I miscalculated.
Up and away.
Looking at its operational status, we must prepare for the worst. The god they wanted to create is likely close to completion or already completed.
Oh no, what should we do? Paimon can't
Are you nervous, Paimon?
If you really want to know, of course.
Yes, I am. This is probably the I feel not just nervous, but
curious?
Curious about our fate. To me, everything we perceive in this world, everything we learn, and and if it's a form of knowledge, then it can be understood. However, only fate is about that which has yet to occur. So to me, fate is That's also why I love observing humans and all the things that happen. And now, at long last, I'm not just I will personally experience my own fate with you by my side.
Ah, so that's what you mean. Paimon thinks she understands what you're...
Agreed. Okay, let's continue on. I can sense his aura from here.
Who would have thought the world would be so eager for my birth? I remember you, Booer, the god of wisdom, and standing beside you, the traveler.
Is he all-knowing and powerful now like Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
No, I can't feel the same kind of divinity I felt from the Greater Lord. It seems that the sages didn't get the chance to infuse the divine knowledge capsules into him. But even still, he has undoubtedly become a true god now.
So we're too late? The Balladeer has already become a god?
The Balladeer. A long bygone title. When my spirit ascended to divinity, I felt as if I had existed for the same number of epochs as heaven and earth. Looking back, the existence of what once called itself Kunikazushi appears infinitely small and ugly.
This imposing aura, it really...
A body that capitalizes on the Balladeer's original construction as a mechanical puppet, with the Gnosis serving as a How much effort and resources did the... From a purely technological perspective, it's a commendable achievement indeed. It's no...
You sure are something! Dishing out
But I don't think he's reached the spiritual height of a god.
Strife is engraved upon every god and every gnosis brought forth into this. Can you feel it? The exhilaration of such power, and the thrill of anticipation.
Nahida wouldn't feel the same things as you!
Do you not realize that you are interrupting a conversation between gods? Lowly creatures.
The strife engraved upon a Gnosis. You're talking about the Archon War. Tevat's current peace was not easily won. I didn't personally participate in the All those losses were meaningless, driven by the demands of the laws. There's no point in bringing it up.
Is that so? Yet I am deeply disappointed that this is a first. Encountering a god in this world who does not crave power. No wonder your own people have abandoned you, god of wisdom. Your judgment is as your existence. Unsubstantial. This is where everything ends, Booer, the god of wisdom. You should know that wisdom cannot solve every problem. Like now, come! Let us reenact a scene of the Archon War. Come and inaugurate my birth as a god. Sure!
Solidify!
Time for a light show!
Insignificant pest!
Gather!
Midnight Phantasma!
Perish!
Solidify!
Tremble!
Oz revealed!
Burn to oblivion! Kneel!
Stabilize!
Reality is pain! This is supposed to be a battle between gods, yet you choose to hide behind a mortal. And now, you're acting like you'd sacrifice yourself for a human. Are you having fun proving a false sense of heroism to yourself, Brewer?
The data collection is almost complete. Do you even know how many times you've tried to take my gnosis from me? We just concluded the 168th loop. Did you know that in the effort to create you, the people of Sumeru were forced to live through the exact same number of Sub-Zerus festivals and samsara cycles?
The power of dreams. When did you use it on me? You can't even defeat me in a dream. What do you hope to achieve with this little trick?
Come, Traveler. Just like before. Allow me to awaken the memories in your dreams.
All that battle experience!
It's more than that. Compile everyone's wisdom in the name of the Archon. That is the original function of the Akasha. I've sent everything that happened just now to the people of Sumeru in the form of knowledge. I've asked them to help you find a way to defeat the false god. Now, all of Sumeru's wisdom is at your disposal.
Meaningless tricks won't save you. Are you done with your tricks? Can I finally take this as a real battle between gods?
I'll leave this to you, the first sage of Brewer.
I am the all
god! Burn to oblivion! Kneel! Gather!
This may turn a little. Fuse is lit!
Solidify! Tremble!
Fire hazard!
Reality is pain! Stabilize! Burn to oblivion! Kneel! Nothing to fear! Tremble! Gather! Good riddance, cruel world! Stabilize!
Shadow Raven! Time for a light show!
Humans. Filthy humans. No! Wait! Please! Anything but the Gnosis! That's mine! Don't even try! I'll never go back!
We haven't yet found the answer to the most important mystery. Irminsul is still waiting to be saved. With the power of another Gnosis, we may now finally understand the last memory of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
This is...
That's right. This is the last memory of my predecessor.
This sure seems very different from what Paimon imagined.
Yes, that is our destination. But I didn't expect the remaining conscious... Forbidden knowledge? It seems you know about a your inference seems logical, and forbidden knowledge once polluted the desert thousands of years ago, but was successfully repelled thanks to King Deshret's self-sacrifice. Then, a second instance of forbidden knowledge pollution occurred during the Conria Cataclysm 500 years, but I'm afraid it is much more serious this time, with Irminsul.
So, if we're in the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, and it's also been affected...
Yes. It's very possible that she sacrificed her life and she didn't completely eradicate forbidden knowledge, but if it weren't for her actions, the pollution would have been far more rampant. The way that everyone, including me, has forgotten everything about forbidden knowledge may very well be due to her restoration of...
Aww. Do you feel sad?
I'm just... sharing her pain. The pollution of her consciousness here is severe. Did she fight to resist the forbidden knowledge pollution in such terrible conditions? She even used her last remnant of lucid consciousness to leave a clue for us to follow. Yes, her words were distorted by forbidden knowledge, but now we have a chance to find the answer to... We can cross the polluted consciousness until we found the right path to meet with her lucid consciousness, and then... we'll let Greater Lord Rukkhadevata tell us the truth in person. Each of us need to be mindful of the state of our own consciousness while we are... Even with the Gnosis's protection, we must always keep a clear mind.
That's so...
Don't worry, it should be easy enough for you to keep that mind of...
Are we in the air? And why is there a huge boat?
That's the boat of consciousness, which symbolizes reason here. Its course is the direction our...
Wow! What are these? The monsters seem to have been affected by them.
Gather! Stabilize!
Fire hazard! Look! The four-leaf sigil has appeared in the sky!
Gather!
By royal decree, time for a light show! Oz, reveal!
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Fire hazard! To control the boat of consciousness, we need to find the helm first. We changed direction. Are we?
Mm-hmm. Judging from the current route, the boat... We'll be arriving at our destination soon. How are you feeling? Are your minds still intact?
Huh? But everything's been completely
Hopefully there won't be any more interruptions. This time...
Are you saying you've never met Greater Lord?
No. It seems that my birth and her death took... Otherwise, I think she would have given me a little more guidance.
Hey, you've done a great job, Nahida. Let's get out of this creepy... So, is this the place you were talking about? The base of Irminsul?
Well, this is the place.
We're here to find Greater Lord... But the one standing over there is...
Is that... me? Sheila, are you... Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
Yes, that's me. Are you surprised by my appearance? Irminsul and the surrounding lands have been reproduced here as they were years ago. But this is just a realm of consciousness. We are manifestations of the same nature. Hence why we would appear exactly the same.
We're of the same nature.
Because you are me, and I am you. You are me in the new samsara.
The new samsara?
As Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, I'm the avatar of Irminsul. And you are the purest branch snapped from Irminsul. Imagine it this way. Even if a tree dies, its branches will eventually take root and grow. Continuing the tree, I'm merely the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. The real me has presumably died a long time ago. Judging from your appearance, I've probably been dead for 5, but you're finally here. My new self in the samsara.
If this is true, then am I going to be a great Archon like you someday?
Though we share the same nature, our fates are bound to be different. All things have their own fate. When a branch grows into a mature tree, it won't be the same as the original tree.
That's why fate is the ultimate knowledge, isn't it?
That's a great insight, yes. It's also precisely why you won't become like me.
Real.
But perhaps you may become an even greater Archon than I. I already see a determination in you that I didn't possess in my time. And the future that it leads you to will be yours alone, along with the blessings from your past experiences. Don't worry. The growth of wisdom is like that of a plant. You only need to wait quietly for the flower to bloom.
Come to think of it, the sages never had the faintest inkling of the meaning of...
Thank you. Nothing makes me happier than discovering that the Archon I always admired wasn't It's so nice to speak with you, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. I've always wanted...
The feeling is mutual. From the moment I snapped the branch off Irminsul and created you, I've also looked forward to talking with you.
Could you tell me why you wanted to create me? And what it...
I see. You're here seeking answers for everything that day. Even the sky itself changed into a color like this. At that time, the 7 were all summoned to the nation of Conria. Except for me. I had a more important task to it. I had to protect Irminsul. The disaster occurred together with the pollution of forbidden knowledge. At that very moment, with my consciousness connected to Irminsul, the pain started to torment my mind. By the time I reached Irminsul, it was had I not repelled the pollution of forbidden knowledge with King Deshret thousands of years ago, I might have felt even more hopeless and lost.
So what exactly is forbidden knowledge?
It's a kind of knowledge that doesn't belong to this world. And a form of truth. It came from the very bottom of the abyss. Even I could never understand. The world is constantly rejecting it, leading to all kinds. If we allow forbidden knowledge to pollute Irminsul, I'm afraid the entirety of Tevat could fall apart.
So, there's knowledge that even the God of Wisdom can't understand.
At that time, I knew I couldn't repel the forbidden knowledge with my strength alone. Which is why I created a device that compiled human wisdom.
It's truly the world's most amazing invention.
Thank you. For though it was selfish to do so, I borrowed people's dreams using the Akasha. Then I compiled their wisdom.
Well, did it work?
Thanks to the wisdom of the people of Sumeru, almost all the forbidden knowledge was cleared from Irminsul. But things didn't go as smoothly as I thought. I had a and then I remembered that my consciousness was also connected with Irminsul. It brought me knowledge and wisdom from the very beginning. My existence had been polluted by the forbidden knowledge.
Oh no. How could...
I've experienced that pain in your consciousness. It must have been a horrible experience.
Yes, but my feelings weren't important. Even if I died, my existence and everything related to me would continue to exist in Irminsul as memories and knowledge, and there's no way for me to eliminate myself. It would be a sort of paradox. So, I took the purest branch of Irminsul as my incarnation in the next samsara. all in hopes that you would come here and remove me and my pollution from Irminsul forever.
Wait, no, I can't.
So you realize what that implies? You are very smart. Irminsul has all the knowledge and memories of this world. Removing me from Irminsul means I essentially will never have existed in this world, but this is the only way to save Irminsul.
People love you so much, and they've missed you so much over the past 500 years. How can we just forget you? Is there really no other way?
You're the god of wisdom, Booer. You should know that there is no other way.
But this is so cruel.
No need to feel so sad, Booer. As someone who delights in wisdom, you should feel joy at finally finding. These are the words in their entirety. The answer you've been seeking all along. Let the world completely forget me. We all nestle under the great tree of wisdom, peering out to perceive the world. From the earth and from the rain, we perceive its wonders, until we become a white bird to perch atop a branch, and finally snap off the most important leaf. Once upon a time, I alone dreamed in this world. In my dreams, everybody would also dream after they fell asleep. Wild and wonderful thoughts would emerge from their minds. Some tumbled to the ground, and others floated to the sky, connecting all things in the world into one dazzling net. Among a plethora of worlds were numerous smaller worlds, all of fate, finding within the tapestry their brilliant glow. I gradually understood that these indescribable and constantly changing things are the most profound things in the world. Only they can completely repel the madness. Only dreams can awaken consciousness from the deepest darkness. I'm the one who posed this question, yet also the one who sought a solution. Saving the world with the dreams of the people used to be my answer. And now, you've also found your own answer, and I shall return all the dreams to the people. Goodbye, people of Sumeru. May you be blessed tonight with the sweetest of dreams.
I'm alright. We've just saved the world, right? So why am I crying? I don't know where this feeling inside of me is coming from. But just now, we used the power of two gnosis to successfully connect with the Irminsul conscious. Then we removed the remaining pollution from Irminsul.
Yeah, what's wrong? Weren't you there just now?
that sound? Traveler!
I've been waiting here far too long. But finally I have the chance to be alone with you. All the precious time I wasted has finally paid off.
The doctor! What have you done?
Just a type of sound wave that can quickly put defenseless people into a dream. As this is the only thing of interest I found among the sage's research, I thought I'd take it for a little spin. Don't worry. I know you would never forgive me if I actually I'm here to negotiate with you. Naturally, I won't do anything dangerous that could
Negotiate with me? I heard you had already left Sumeru.
I left Sumeru, but I also stayed in Sumeru. Even the God of Wisdom is restricted by the habits of cognition. How does...
You mean there are many different
An astute guess. Even the same individual will have different cognitions at different ages. A long time ago, I made a major decision in hopes of preserving all my perspectives of how I observe the... Observation is the first step of any experiment, but observing the current world doesn't satisfy me. It lacks an important dimension, so I saved segments of all my ages and made them into That's all there is to it. Indulge me. How does the God of Wisdom find...
It's an insult to the very concept of life. Life inherently has many rules and restrictions, each with its own significance and reason to exist. They can't be broken...
Indeed, it's difficult for humans to make peace with themselves.
Since you are in the academia, why wait until now to show up? You could very well have stopped us.
Simple. Let me ask you this. Would any staff member ever help the subject in the middle of an experiment? It was my experiment. So why should I...
The academia saw the plan to create a god as their ultimate goal. Yet you really are crazy. If the experiment succeeded, you would have had a new god on your hands. Would you still take the same stance? Would you still hold the same view of yourself?
I'm first and foremost a scholar. These results should be left to the judgment of the hypothetical me confronted with that outcome. But you're right. And that's exactly why I'm disappointed with the
As an individual, you don't have any sense of belonging. You seem to have even fewer convictions than...
Oh no, I certainly have my own convictions. They just don't fit your standards. All right, that's enough conversation for today. The experiment is over, and it's time to tidy up. For example, the Gnosis. Lesser Lord Kusanali, you're an intelligent Archon. I'm sure you understand the disparity in our combat abilities at this time.
Didn't you say you were here to negotiate with me? Somehow, it's starting to seem like you intend to take it by...
After all, I'm also a scholar. Naturally, I hope to...
Your hypocrisy is built on absolute confidence. I understand your scheme, but... What if I were to destroy the Gnosis now, and awaken the heavenly principles?
Awaken the heavenly principle? Do you think that's really possible?
The heavenly principles have been silent for many years, but the Gnosis are symbols of their control over Tevat and all the laws. Will the destruction of a Gnosis attract the attention of the heavenly principles? And if so, how do the Fatui... Do you dare to gamble such a possibility?
Gamble? How surprising. I thought you would show evidence or use rigorous reasoning to prove your point. The word gamble is... But this is a clever move. You must have seen through me when I first captured your consciousness. As a scholar, I respect all possibilities. This has always been my principle, and indeed, I can't ignore this possibility.
This foreign Gnosis will only lead to disaster if it stays in Sumeru. But this Electro-Gnosis is the prize I obtained after defeating one of your Now, as the one who initiated this cascade of events, shouldn't you pay the corresponding price?
Price? Interesting. What price would you have me?
How about erasing all your other segments?
So this is how you wish to restrict me, the most threatening opponent of the Nation of Wisdom. Segments are extraordinarily difficult to make. They require extremely rare resources and enormous amounts of time and effort. Yes, how very interesting. Can I assume, among all the versions of me, this segment you see now is the most selfish? If it weren't me, your idea wouldn't... What did you see when you were imprisoned? You were observing me, and that's how you know I've long grown tired of their doubts and endless arguments.
Like you said, it's difficult to make peace with yourself. Being as smart as you are, have you managed to do that?
I see. If you think all those versions of me are worth a gnosis, then deal.
You sure didn't hesitate much. Is the relationship between Oliver...
I don't think there's any need to dwell on that. The surplus versions of me can be exchanged for a gnosis. Do you think any... Besides, with my abilities, it's only a matter of time until I find better perspectives. But what I'd like to know is, how can you be sure that I've...
I can see your remaining honesty.
What a ridiculous decision! You can't be serious!
How could I have been so
short-sighted? You think this is the end? I'll have my revenge!
You'll make this moment count.
You will regret this!
Well, have you confirmed that it's complete?
Here, take it. The future of Sumeru City will be in my hands alone. I will shut down the Akasha, and there won't be any further gaps for you to exploit.
It truly pains me that my academic achievements have never been appreciated in my homeland. Of course, I have no interest. Another chess piece. And where is your...
Don't be greedy, Harbinger of Snezhnaya.
No, this is a different transaction. If you intend to turn off the Akasha anyway, then there's no... Besides, isn't it the Archon's duty to deliver what's... Oh, judging from your expression, you don't seem to find the idea very agreeable. Then let's think of it this way. Since you...
People exchanging knowledge with the God of Wisdom is the stuff of legends. Yet here you wish to exchange knowledge for the God of Wisdom's... Arrogant as that is, it has...
Let me ask you, have you in all your mighty knowledge ever heard the rumor that the skies of Tevat are fake?
Huh?
That's the secret hidden by Ermin's soul concerning the truth of this... Once I finish telling you about this, it will be time for me to say goodbye. With negotiations, we've all gotten what we wanted.
Your arrogance may know no bounds, and convictions may mean nothing to you. But I'll still listen to what you have to say. Together! Okay. Wake him up.
Are you awake? Kali says it's time for breakfast. Come on, get up! Good morning! How are you feeling today? Good to hear. It looks like we've recovered pretty well. Not even Tainari could stop us from going out. Come on, Traveler, let's go!
Good morning. Looks like you're awake.
Yep.
I prepared some breakfast today. Please have a taste.
It's nice to have you here so we can eat something.
Well, now that I've recovered from Elazar, I'm feeling better than ever. I can even prepare 4 or 5.
And Paimon bets they're all delicious.
Oh, by the way, someone brought a letter for you after you went to sleep last night.
Nope. Paimon wanted to read the letter with you after you woke up. So Paimon did. Oh, it's from Nilu. Ahem. We're going to hold a feast at the Grand Bazaar and celebrate Cyano's As heroes of Sumeru, please be sure to attend. I'll wait for you.
Oh, I've also heard that you've become heroes here as well. Everyone's aware of your abilities. There's no need to be modest.
Anyway, let's go to the Grand Bazaar to have a look. Oh, before you leave, be sure to inform...
Yesterday.
The rainforest is the best place to live.
Tainari!
Good morning. How do you feel today?
We feel much better. How about you?
I'm recovering well. Thanks for asking.
But from the looks of it, you seem to be already...
It's fine. I'm not that busy, really. The Elazar patients have recovered, as well as Hypatia. For now, I only need to tend to my...
It seems once Irminsul started getting better, everything else started...
Yes, but there are still some residual... The withering is one example. Though it won't spread anymore, the existing zones won't just disappear. We forest rangers will still need to do...
By the way, we have some good news. Sino got his...
This news is hardly new.
Huh? You mean he was already here?
He visited once, but he was afraid of disturbing you while you were resting. He just asked me a few...
Then you probably already know all about the celebration.
Celebration feast? No.
Huh? But didn't Nilu say in her letter that they would celebrate Sino?
Perhaps, or alternatively, he doesn't know...
Come to think of it, Sino doesn't seem like the type who'd enjoy a celebration feast. You and Kale are both Sino's close friends.
Kale has taken over some of my tasks these days. I don't think she'll have time for it. Not to mention me. You see, some VIPs have come to the forest recently.
Huh? VIPs?
Well, technically speaking, they are former VIPs. The sages involved in recent incidents have begun their training in the Avidya forest, and the people they had previously imprisoned...
Huh?
Yes, he's a little weak, but he isn't injured and his condition is... Lesser Lord Kusanali, in her boundless mercy, has decided to spare Azar and the other wrongdoers. Supposedly, they were ashamed of their shallow ideology. When they learned that Lesser Lord Kusanali had defeated the Balladeer and saved Irminsul, they were shocked at first, but also became happy, feeling that the sacred light guiding them on the... As a result, work has increased for the forest.
That sounds really exhausting.
There's nothing we can do, really. But that's another topic. Back to the matter at hand.
Ah, right! We're here to request permission to head out.
You've recovered well. You may go.
Yay! Will do!
Well, there won't be any problems if the feast starts at that time. Everything has already been prepared.
Mr. Zubair, I finished tallying things up here. Well, except...
Is a simple reply really that much to ask of our guests? It's affecting our arrangement.
Oh, it'll be fine. Besides, it never hurts to get things...
I was thinking the same thing.
Hey, Nilu!
Traveler, Paimon!
We got your letters, so here we are!
You're the best. The other guests haven't even
Huh? Are we the...
Yeah. I had someone deliver letters to all of our guests, but...
Look, I get it. Sumeru is in an extremely important period of transition right now, but even if your friends are important, Nilu is Sumeru's #1 celebrity after all. You have no idea how
If you consider enjoying Nilu's dance as having good taste, then almost everybody because Paimon thinks everybody will love her
That's right. We all think she's amazing too. Nilu is an absolute favorite among those of us who frequent the Grand Bazaar. For Outlander, Master Zubair. Let's have a vote for the most outstanding audience members next time.
Nonsense! It is not for us to determine. But indeed, we could try giving gifts to people with particularly good taste. I heard there's a device in Fontaine called a camera.
Ooh, good idea.
I don't want you giving pictures of me to everyone.
There's always a lot going on at the Grand Bazaar.
Yeah, and that's why... Traveler and Paimon, could you help confirm if for some reason they didn't receive the letters, then please tell everyone that they're...
Yeah, we can also check out how everything in Sumeru is going.
When I wrote the letters, as for Sino, we've only heard that I'm not too sure about Ramon's whereabouts. My good. As for Dunyarzad, I just hope she's feeling better. I sent her a letter, but...
Okay, got it. Let's go, Traveler. We haven't seen Alhaitham anywhere. Let's ask that person. Hey there! Have you seen Alhaitham around?
Yes, it seems Scribe Alhaitham has gone to the House of Dana. But you're already the second group of people I've seen looking for him.
Oh? Who else was looking?
Mr. Cave was just here asking about him. You wouldn't believe. Don't tell me everyone's here looking for gossip about the Satan.
No way! We're strictly here on business.
Ah, I see. Sorry, I thought maybe everyone's as interested.
Alhaitham should be around here somewhere, right? Oh, he's over there! But it looks like he might...
Just put down that worthless book and tell me what happened in the academia.
This is not just some worthless book. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to find a...
It doesn't matter. It's probably just another thing that you used your authority to get your hands on anyway. Just put it aside. Listen, I came back today only to hear that the sages have disappeared.
Oh, you sound surprised. I thought...
Would I be here asking you if I knew? You're the scribe, not...
Well, I almost became a sage.
Huh?
Oh, don't sound too surprised now. You're the renowned Kaveh, light of the Ksharawar. Besides, as a master builder and craftsman, chances are you'll be appointed as a sage too.
Why do I feel like you don't really mean it?
Huh. What makes you say that? Why would you question?
Maybe it's because you've never said anything good about me before.
Yeah, well, I share a similar sentiment. And anyone who knows you as well as I do would surely do the same.
Oh, you... See? This is why I hate discussing anything with you. You're ridiculous and arrogant.
It seems that you really can't stand...
Ha! What was your first clue?
Well, then you might as well move out of my house.
Are you threatening me? Stooping to a new low. Ugh. And don't change the subject. You, a sage? What a joke. The Academia might as well just close tomorrow.
Are they having a fight?
Forget what's going on with the Academia. Haven't you been busy with your construction project?
Don't get me started! I get angry just thinking about it.
So, what great building did our master architect work?
Like I need to tell you. Keep your nose out of my business.
No. I think we deserve to know. Where were you when Sumeru—
I was in the desert for a large project, but considering Haravatat's utter ignorance of architectural and aesthetic matters, you probably wouldn't understand. Which is truly unfortunate. I can only pity the man who doesn't understand the first thing about beauty and— Hold on, wait a second. What do you mean by—
Well, while you were out fiddling around in the desert, many—
Ha! And you think I'd believe that?
Look. All you really need to know is that Azar and all his—
Huh? What nonsense.
It's no skin off my nose if you don't believe me. It's not like my Darshan was the one trying to apply for funding from the—
You know what? I'll ask around. I'm sure someone knows what's going on here. You're dead if I find out you're lying to me.
Oh, it's you two.
We're running some errands for Nilou. Have you received her letter?
Letter?
Nilou said she sent out a letter inviting everyone to a celebration feast in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. Well,
If she addressed the letter to Al-Haytham of the Academia, then the letter should have gone to my office. I've been busy these days, so I haven't had time to check for any new mail at my office. I only now have some free time.
Have you always been so busy with your work?
Of course not. I'm only busy these days because several sages have been dismissed recently, and the whole Academia was practically—
Kainari told us they all went to train in the Avidia Forest. Apparently they will spend the rest of—
That is already the best possible ending for the likes of them. 4 of the 6 great sages were possessed by their desire for power and attempted to create a new god. In order to pull it off, they even imprisoned the other 2 rational sages. To imagine—
Yeah, you're right. Huh. Feels kinda strange to hear them called that after all this time. But then again—
Yes, at least. It's said that when the Academia was first founded, the Dendro Archon herself established the 6 great schools, each representing one of the 6 different— Numerous Darshans have sprung up and faded. Only the 6 Darshans, attaching themselves to the 6 great schools, have stood the test of time and obtained permanent seats in the Academia. Now, the 6 Darshans are nearly synonymous with the 6 great schools, and the leaders selected for the schools are the 6. Among the 6 great sages, there is one central leader. Unfortunately, only the sages from Vahumana and Amorta remain now. They were imprisoned for opposing Azar, and were—
So who's managing things in the other 4 schools now? Do they need—
Yes. Normally, new sages are selected based on a strict set of—
Oh, didn't you just say something about becoming a sage? If they pick you, then we'd have a huge connection.
Yes, about that. You didn't let me— The person in charge of personnel affairs nominated me to be the Grand Sage in place of Azar and help Lesser Lord Kusanali manage the Academia. But—
Huh? But why?
I'm not even interested in being one of the 6 great sages. Like I said before.
Oh, all right. So are you busy?
That's not my job either. I'm only responsible for handling important affairs within the Academia before the new sages take on. And the first thing I'll do is reject Kasharawar's application for funding.
By the way, who was that other person just now?
Do we look like friends?
Paimon doesn't know. That's why Paimon—
His name is Kaveh, my roommate. You could say he's the representative for Ksharawar scholars, which is exactly why he always has so many problems.
So everything that's happened recently must be a huge change for the people of Sumeru.
Such is the work of the Academia Scribe.
Well, anyway, no matter how busy you are, since you are our planner, remember to attend the celebration feast.
All right, I'll see.
Fireworks are for now, but friends are forever. Have you ever kept goldfish as pets? They're very cute.
This is Port Ormos. Now where could...
Is that Paimon I hear? It's been a while. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I can go as far. I don't know if you've heard, but Elazar has completely disappeared, and all the patients have recovered.
You kidding? Knowing them and the connections they've got, I'm sure they've heard about it.
Yeah!
That's right. My lady is feeling better now, so I'm accompanying.
Why do you still call me that, Dia? You've already informed.
I guess I'm just used to calling you my lady.
Resignation? You mean you're—
Yeah, I might start losing my edge if I keep being a bodyguard for the Homayanis.
You know that my parents and I are fond of you, and that we appreciate you very much.
I'm not a woman that's easily persuaded. You should know that. When I took this job, I had already decided that I'd quit as soon as you recovered. It's time for me to get back out there and...
So what are you gonna do now if you're not gonna be a bodyguard any—
I want to take a risky job and put my body to the test again.
Huh? But we literally just finished one of the most dangerous jobs ever!
I know. If I hadn't joined in that plan with you, I wouldn't... I guess I still get fired up by that feeling of going all out in a fight. It made me realize that I'm still a mercenary through... Life is short, and I'm happy that I got to be a part of that operation. But the whole thing also made me realize that there are still many problems in Sumeru. And as a desert dweller, I'm still not completely ready to...
Well, I remember a friend had someone bring you a message.
You mean I'll hate them? I didn't expect him to still remember that.
We just came from talking with Alhaitham at the—
Did he tell you that he suggested that I come work at the academia?
What?
I heard that Azar and his cronies fell from power, and Alhaitham told me that now was a good time to find a job in the academia.
Whoa. Paimon can't see you being anything other than a mercenary.
Me neither. But I think Dia—
Ugh, forget about it. I wouldn't last 10 Alhaitham probably just liked the way I worked and knew I'm good in a fight. So he suggested I find—
But you know, if you take him up on the offer, Sino might actually agree and let you become— Because you're super amazing!
The Matra have all the talent they need as long as they have Sino. I prefer to be free to live. In fact, I chose this job from the very start because I knew it'd be right up my alley.
Even if being a mercenary means facing all kinds—
A lion has to return to the wild sooner or later. If anything, being your body—
I don't want to see you go, but...
I'm glad to hear you say that. Come on, no need for the sad face. It's not like we'll never meet again. Once the whole Dendro Archon thing is settled, everything in Sumeru will take a turn for the better. But a peaceful society will probably mean less demand for mercenaries like me. Before long, we'll be a dying breed. So I'd bet—
Huh? But wait a second!
Well, no, not yet at least. I promised my lady I'd—
So, have you been in Port Ormos this entire time? We were wondering—
Oh, did Nilou write—
She heard that you were seen in Port Ormos, so she sent the letter here.
Huh. It was probably sent to the inn that— My lady has been very energetic lately, and keeps taking me on hikes, staying out even into the night. By the time we get back, the reception—
Right, and we tend to leave quite early in the morning, so the old man on duty—
So what it really sounds like is that the person—
I bet the letter's at the reception desk. I'll go check.
No wonder there wasn't a reply. You never received the letter. Good thing Nilou asked—
Sorry to make—
It must be something important for Nilou—
Yes! She said they were preparing a victory feast in the Grand Bazaar, and will also be celebrating Sino's—
Great! I'll be
Count me in, too. But is there some sort of dress code?
Since it's being organized by Nilou, I don't think she'll be too picky about that. If anything—
All right, then this is how I'll show up.
The feast will be held in 2 days, so—
Sure.
Thank you so much for—
Oh, by the way—
The General Mahamatra always comes and goes without a trace. Normally—
Oh.
But last time we met, he mentioned that he had something to do in Aru Village. As for Rahman, your guess is as good as mine. I only remember he said that he had something to discuss. Don't mention it. You bet—
All right, on torn.
Grandpa's okay.
I'm not going back there.
It's been a while since we last visited Aru Village.
What brings you here?
We recovered well, and Tighnari agreed to let us leave.
It seems Gandharvaville's medical treatment is still as...
And Tighnari is
That's good to hear.
Yeah, you're the one who brought us to him when we lost contact.
You're welcome. Tighnari has excellent medical skills, and...
But why are you just standing here?
I'm meeting some people.
Oh, you mean...
I've already talked with Candace and the village chief. They're still at... But you know one of the people I'm meeting as well.
Oh, by King Deshret's blessing, my friend suddenly appears in the desert. Don't tell me you...
Roman!
Oh, you know me?
Oh, well, you're pretty famous.
Don't worry, these are our friends. No need...
I see.
I'm doing well. Many...
Same here. Really, I feel that my whole life has started to
Oh, tell us
Yeah, you...
Alright, well, I suppose I've decided to leave the academy.
What?
It's not that I've given up on being a scholar. Instead, I will no longer pursue research like a typical scholar, but
I get...
what?
I plan to leave the academia.
Wow, so you...
Sataria will return to support She can't teach everyone.
Yes, it's my hope that is the true meaning of education.
The people of King Deshret suffer from sandstorms, exile, and ignorance. Miss Sataria, the stars have always...
Oh, please. Where's all of this coming from?
You deserve these compliments.
Sataria's idea will bring much good to many people.
At first, I feared it was destined to fail. Everyone knows that the academia doesn't allow scholars to... As you know, all knowledge is under their surveillance and control. But what I heard at that time has been haunting my heart. As if there were Sataria, you tread a treacherous path, and the longer you... Sataria, why haven't you gone home? Never forget that...
Miss...
These words sparked something in me, and I knew that I had to bring something back to my people. I gathered up the courage to...
Azar has received much-needed punishment. Though, if you ask me...
Lord Sino helped me obtain permission. My plan was able to go...
You're all doing...
Aside from that,
Lesser Lord Kusanali has allocated many resources to support and develop the desert. I've done some business for... I applied for a few batches of educational materials from the academia, and sent them to several groups in the desert.
That's exactly...
Apart from this, the academia is also recruiting scholars that are willing... We must be persistent about this, and maintain these resources.
This is the first time in hundreds of years we've had a glimmer of hope. Remember these words. Here lies our faithful priest, Kasala. I hope people with wisdom like that priest will rise again among the desert dwellers.
Enough about us. Are you here?
No, not at all. We're actually... Neela wanted to write to everyone, but she wasn't sure where the letters should be sent, so she asked... A celebration feast will be held in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. At the feast, we'll also be celebrating Sino's... although, judging from your appearance, it seems you've already been reinstated.
Celebration? Feast? It's the first I've heard of it.
Tighnari was right. He really didn't...
This feast is for you!
It's rare to see that kind of expression from Lord Sino.
No, not really. But I'll go.
Well, I still have a lot to handle here. Besides, I need...
I'm afraid I won't be able to join the messages. I'm sorry for how I treated you before, but now I understand the beauty you and the art you symbolize. Please keep dancing, and someday I'll...
Okay, we've got all that down. Our job here is complete as well.
Got it.
If we've got nothing else.
Today's the big day! Let's go to the Grand Bazaar and see how the celebration's coming along.
Add Ash.
Everybody's already here. Looks like we're the last ones to arrive.
I'm here.
Ah, there you are.
Well, look who finally decided to show up.
You look like you came here immediately after finishing up some work.
But we're not late, are we? It's just that
I propose that the last one who arrived be put in charge of
Nah, there won't be any speeches today.
Oh, really?
Come join us over here. Let's share some great food and drink.
Everything looks quite...
Wow! Paimon can't wait! Whoa! It's so delicious!
The food was specially prepared for you by everyone in the Grand Bazaar. And we have gifts that were... Everyone that came said that you saved Sumeru and wanted me to...
Feels kinda nice to be seen as a hero. I could
Being a bodyguard is also a hero's job. You've always been amazing.
My lady sure has a way with words.
And I'm happy to meet everyone that participated.
Don't mention it.
Come to think of it, we've really done some...
We owe it to our abilities. And luck.
Really? Why do I remember everybody thinking that luck was against us and feel...
That's how I remember it too.
It's luck that brought us together, and it was luck that let us form a team. Then, it took even more luck for us to formulate a plan. Moreover, judging from the result...
Yeah. Everyone gave it... It was almost like a performance. Everyone played their part. And thanks to everyone's efforts.
So, would you say we're good actors too?
It's such a blessing that Lesser Lord Kusanali was able to return to power at the...
Yes! Even after being abandoned and neglected so many times, she's fine. Lesser Lord Kusanali once used all her power in a great disaster, which resulted in her losing all her wisdom and memories of the past. This should be something everybody should remember. Huh? You look surprised.
No, everything you said...
That's good.
Something wrong?
Yeah, what's with that face? You knew all of this already.
Even if those two giants of the academia are here, those sages really have some nerve. 500 years ago, Lesser Lord Kusanali used all... If you bite the hand that feeds you, don't act surprised when it turns into a knuckle sandwich, right, Sino?
Perhaps I shouldn't say this, but their treatment of Lesser Lord Kusanali calls for a more severe...
You could simply tell Lesser Lord Kusanali that you wish to have Azar and his accomplices
I respect our deity's decision, and won't interfere. While we're on this topic, why didn't you accept the Academia's invitation to become the Grand...
Are you trying to say that I'm fit to be a sage?
Not at all. But every person handling the selection process has said...
Why? Because he dethroned Azar?
Could you try to put it another way? This is a good thing, yet you're making it sound like I over...
But seriously, though, I always wondered if you had some...
I did have my own motive, but it had nothing to do with being a... If the rules of our nation were suddenly cast by the wayside, then it wouldn't be long until chaos ensued. I had no intention of...
By that, you mean your life working as the Academia's scribe?
Precisely.
Wait, is that all?
So, that's the only reason why you joined us and came up?
It's reason enough.
You've certainly got quite the person.
You flatter me.
All right then. How about you? You've already resumed work as the General Mahamatra, right?
That's right.
Will you be happy with that life?
It's not about being happy.
Even so, keep your spirits up and try to be happy, okay?
Thank you.
I seldom participate in such lively gatherings, but the atmosphere here is... No. The Grand Bazaar... That happiness... Oh well.
My lady, the...
Yes, what an amazing...
You said it. Oh, look who else is here.
Hello. Oh, I'm so happy, Nilou and...
Hey, less of that...
The atmosphere here is good. I don't often have a lot to handle these days.
There... Well, how is it? It's the first... You see, make sure you live it up tonight. I'm honored to have her think... I can't explain...
Hey, what's wrong? Your head is starting to droop. Hey, you can't just fall asleep here. Paimon will go find something delicious for you to eat. You wake up... Of course, just...
It's me. You may blame me for being a bit too self-indulgent. I was thinking about the connection between us is amazing. It's like Flora... I heard there's an amazing celebration feast today at the Grand Bazaar. Lately, I've been so busy dealing with all the fallout from recent... Although you've already helped me with a lot, there's... Please say thank you to everyone for me. Oh, is it not convenient? But if I just show up all of a sudden, what if I end up scaring them and ruining this wonderful feast? Oh. Yes, I have. You said I should go thank everyone as myself, right? So... I've decided to borrow your body for the time being. Please don't blame me. Everyone!
Are you awake now? just about to bring...
It's me.
Huh?
Hold up. What's going on?
I didn't expect to have a conversation with the consciousness of Lesser Lord Kusanali in the Grand Bazaar.
No, of course not. Are you... Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Hello, Nilu.
You know who I am?
Yes. I already know every one of you. Nilu, Alhaitham, Sino, Dia.
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
I took the liberty of occupying the traveler's body so that I could thank you so much for rescuing me. Even if that meant placing your own safety in peril and taking the risk of becoming enemies with the Academia. Without you, without any of you, I would have been... Had you not helped me to resolve the crisis, not only I, but Sumeru, people refer to you as the heroes who managed to rescue a god. I'm quite fond of this name. It not only explains... Please, allow me to present to you my most sincere...
Lesser Lord Kusanali, you have done so much for Sumeru, and I...
Dinyarzad, the suffering you endured during your illness is also proof of you being...
You don't need to be so ceremonious. It's always...
This is how the relationship between the Academia and Dendro Archon should be.
You're an Archon, but you act so humble. You really don't need to be so...
I'm honored to have been able to take part in this plan.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Are you awake? Did you rest well? After Nahida left, you ate a lot of food. You've become a glutton. That just means you still have a lot to learn from... All right, since you're awake now, she should be in the Academia right about now. If you have any questions...
Hello, Traveler and Pine. What a fantastic night.
So are we. And that's why we're here to...
Is there anything you want to know? After recent events, I've given it some thought, but this is definitely not a bad thing. The Akasha's centralized administration of knowledge has always restrained people's curiosity, although people may initially feel, and as for the former sages have, I hope that the new 6 great sages will be more full. The other big issue is the people of King Deshret. All the residents of... I've already taken some measures to address this. It will take... You mean, what happened after the doctor put you to sleep? Not exactly. The top-ranked Fatui Harbingers, up to number... However, in spite of the bad situation, I'm sure you remember the entity that changed your fate, the Heavenly Principles. In fact, the Heavenly Principles has been quiet since the Conria disaster 500 years ago. I told him that the Heavenly Principles may be awakened if I destroyed Enosis. Although it's just a bluff, I assumed that the Heavenly Principles wouldn't just stand by and let such extensive damage to its law. And as for what, the exchange served as both punishment for the doctor as well. He's still in a coma. I've hidden him like how one would hide. I know you have many misgivings about him, but as someone who had become a god, don't worry, I'll keep an eye on him, and in addition, there are still some mysteries left in him. Some things may be very... His future will be determined by... Is that where you're headed next? Fontaine, the Nation of Justice? As far as I know, that nation operates in a judicial system.
Does their Archon personally judge people?
No, there's a Chief Justice in Fontaine. Generally speaking, the Hydra Archon, Focalor, won't preside over However, even then, Focalor will still make herself present at just about every trial. It seems that she just likes to immerse herself in that sort of As Archon, she still reserves the right to influence the final verdict. Anyway, let's just say she's got, Are you sure? Isn't there something else you haven't asked about?
Huh? You mean...
About your sister. While you were resting at Gandharvaville, I took some time to perform an Irminsul search for information on your sister.
Yeah! Isn't Irminsul a repository for all the information and memories of Teyvat?
This is true in your case. Irminsul and... However, there must be something different about your sister. Because, as it turns out, the world...
What?
There is only one possible explanation. She belongs to this world.
But nothing about this makes any sense! Wasn't this your first trip to Teyvat?
According to the records I was able to access, your sibling, after the Conria disaster, she began her journey through the 7 nations of Teyvat. But just as her journey was about to reach its conclusion, the Irminsul records on her suddenly become fuzzy.
What do you mean, fuzzy?
All I know for sure is that somebody, for reasons only they can know, is deliberately obfuscating her fate. And whoever it is, if they can do that, who knows what else they're capable of.
But even that wouldn't explain how she somehow comes from this world.
Something else I noticed was that according to these records, the Fatui have not classified your sibling as one of the Descenders.
What's a Descender? Paimon's
Look, I'm sure you must be curious about the information I received from the Fatui. A very important part of the intel was about this world's Descenders. External beings, ones that don't... Traveler, you are Teyvat's 4th Descender.
Huh? So the Fatui count 3 other Descenders before the Traveler, and his sister isn't even one of them?
That's right. My current hypothesis is that the first Descender was likely what we now call the Heavenly Prince. As for the other Descenders, I still need to verify their...
Paimon's head's about to burst from all this crazy new information.
And yet, even knowing all this, I'm sure you must still have a lot of unanswered questions. I must say, there are many questions in my heart as well. I will need some time to go through each one of them. And soon, you'll also begin your journey anew. I'm very interested in your future. It's a journey that can't be if fate is the ultimate knowledge, then your future will be the ultimate fate.
I'm sure glad we got to meet you, Nahida.
The pleasure is all mine. I can't think... Alright, that's enough talk for today. If you ever miss me, just close...
Hello, traveler. Have you ever heard of a moment of dreams?
Oh, that's...
Dreams have become... The same goes for me.
Oh, right.
Yes, we organize... And thus our...
So,
You could say that. We...
Yeah, but... Wait. But if there are...
Oh, really? So you mean...
Mm-hmm.
No. Please allow me to address you too.
Oh.
Now you see me. Rest assured.
Wow. Sign us up. But wait. Paimon's getting ahead of herself again. Why aren't you saying anything? All right. Do you know what's the most important part of being an expert?
Well, I suppose it must be a cute...
Ad
Astra.
It's all about the title. From now on, Paimon will be known as...
Okay.
Solidify!
Wings of darkness, come!
Be still.